Hey interwebers, more roadworks, Freightliner down the distance there coming towards us. But I often feel sorry for these poor little lollipop people, you know, I mean, she's got to wear those full-on OSH approved, fire resistant, whatever overalls, a hard hat, steel cap boots. Look at the day. The poor kid must be melting. And that's her job, standing there all day. Check out this rig. Oh my goodness, it's just stunning. Hey dude. Stock truck. Yeah, I don't know if I could ever drive stock trucks, I'm too much of a softie. I couldn't take animals to their death, mate. I like them too much. It is just a stunningly beautiful day today. It's just a brilliant day to be trucking. I'm a couple hours late getting away because we got a different load today. My mate had to zap off to another town way down in the lower half of the North Island and pick up some stuff, and subsequently it's put us a couple hours behind. So I got a place to drop off. I know where I'm going now with this load. I got a delivery address, but I don't know where I'm going after that, and so it could be quite a late one. So I'm quite excited about the prospect of, you know, I really like this idea, you know, and if you were to expand that into a giant country and you go and do, like, take this, you know, here's your mission, your assignment is to take this produce from point A to point B, and then when you get to point B we will call you with your next assignment. I really like that idea, I like the fact that you don't know what's going to happen next. I like the fact that, you know, every day's different, and, you know, in the States I really like the idea of it, especially if you could truck up into Canada and Alaska and all the rest of it, because, you know, the distances involved are so great, and the travel, and I'm just really excited about it. The trouble is, though, is that I'm not very good at paperwork. I don't really understand all the subtleties and nuances of you know, communications and things like that. I'm not very good at that kind of stuff. And so what I'd be doing is I'd be looking for a team driving opportunity, and both my cousins that drove in the States, they both became team drivers, you know, like the B driver in a team. So there's a truck manager, if you like, and he coordinates everything with the dispatchers and organizes where to get the fuel from, does the route planning, and, you know, is basically the boss of the vehicle, or the crew commander if you want to put it in army speak. And then the B driver is just the nighttime driver, just helping out, doing what he needs to do to keep the rig rolling and assist the crew commander in doing a good job. So essentially it's just a two-man crew of a vehicle. And when I was in the army, one of the vehicles that I was on was the old M113s, legendary, all those tankies and tankers and grunts, and everybody around the world that have served in those things or around those things know they're a fantastic vehicle. But yeah, I was lucky enough to serve on a two-man crew in an armoured vehicle, and that's a skill that I can carry over into my civilian life and hopefully get to crew a truck. And that would be so cool, because, you know, if I had the opportunity to jump in with an experienced driver, you know, I'd be able to learn the American styles. You know, they got these weird animals called Qualcomms, and, you know, learn how to do just learn the American styles, because, you know, I want to be an American one day. I want to become an American before I die. I don't know if the English will have it on, or more correctly, the traders that are sold out in Glanistan. I don't know if they'll ever let me get away, but it'd be nice to think so, huh? Land of the free, home of the brave. It's better than being a freaking subject. Fuck that. Well, hi interwebers, this is my cab. I don't know how well you're going to see it. Really basic controls: heating, dome lights, power outlets, there's a mute button for the radio, and an alarm clock up there, vent. Pretty bread and butter sort of stuff, really. Bit of storage up here. Boom, boom, boom. It's basically just got spare lights and stuff like that, and raincoats and cleaning gear. Another vent over here. Very simple stuff. Curtain that goes through here. I'm very lucky because I'm only a wee fella. I can stand in it just without my boots on. My head doesn't hit me. More storage up here, but we don't very often stay in our trucks overnight. It's only like for a fastball. What else have we got? Plenty of cleaning gear. There's my lunch. Pretty much that's all it is. RT, CB, cell phone sort of makes that stuff redundant, but the CBs are always good to have. This is a Fleet Link, and we can talk to, we can dial up any truck in the country with that. That's pretty much it. Not a lot of space compared to big old Gummy, that big yellow one. That was such a cool truck, eh? I love that truck. But for what we do, it is really, really good. It's really adequate. It's plenty of room, eh? And I'm just loving it. Just love it. Life's good. Man, I can't wait till I'm living in one in the States, eh? Just can't wait. One day, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Well, we had a bit of a muck up today. I had 30 pallets of phone books. There you go, there's no danger telling you that. To be dropped off at a depot, and I rolled into the depot at bang on 5:30, and they just looked at me and said it's 5:30, and I was like, yeah, and they says, well, we don't receive stuff at 5:30. You're gonna have to go away and bring it back tomorrow. I was like, oh, well, I don't know about that, but I'll ring my boss and see what we can sort out. So I rang my boss, and you know, he has arranged for another place for me to offload this stuff, but I can't get there till 7. And then someone else, probably me actually, tomorrow will reload it and then bounce around. I don't know if I'll bounce, but reload it and cruise around and drop it off tomorrow sometime. Bit of a miscommunication. There was no cut-off delivery time on the dockets or the paperwork, and it's a pretty substantial trucking company where we're going, and you know, all their other depots run 24 hours, so why these guys get to pull the pin at 5:30? And but anyway, it is what it is. That's trucking, and luckily I've got a good group of people around me that can handle these kind of fastballs, and I just got to do my bit and get the stuff where it's got to be at the time it's got to be at. So it's all good. We're on a win. Oh well, we're in Tokoroa. In Tokoroa, listening to the Rolling Stones singing about Alley Night. And we're giving her a splash and dash. I expect we're going to be leading about 300 litres. Just have a bit of a look at my curtains, make sure all the buckles are done up. Make sure my rig's nice and tidy. Yeah. Check out these loggers in this yard. I don't know if you can read that, but it says safety camera on board. And quite often I wish I had a big sign like that. If in doubt, don't pull out. I know. Yeah, what I was saying was that quite often I wish I had a sign on the back of my truck saying there's cameras, and you're on surveillance cameras and traffic cameras or something along those lines, because quite often people's fear of accountability is you know, it's what keep their driving in check. We'll see. What are we up to? 330. Oh, I just love the smell of diesel. Reminds me of tanks. $350 litres. Boom. Can you imagine how cool it would be, you know, if you knew you got yourself a contract, or you signed yourself up a contract, and you could pretty much go and spec out a truck how you wanted it, you know? it, sure, I'd need a lot of really good advice, because there's a lot about trucking I don't know, and I don't know how to set up a truck. But man, I tell you, it'd be cool to be able to say, yeah, I want the custom seat, yeah, I want the chrome steering wheel, yeah, I want the air horns and the extra lights, yeah, I want the this, I want the that, yeah, I want the 620 pony, yeah, I want this, I want that. And build up a truck exactly how you want it. How cool would that be? One day. Well, she's been a sweet mission tonight. A few dramas with the old timings, but nothing we couldn't sort out. I mean, it's only a fuck up if you can't fix it, right? So it's all good. Just soldiered on, and look at that night though. And my foreman rang me and said I've got tomorrow off. And so I'm looking at that night and I'm thinking, you know what, my Harley's not far away from here. It's in the garage of the house where I'm staying, and it's nice and clear. Is the boy gonna take out his Harley? Is the night over for our intrepid truck driver as he journeys through the night? Stay tuned. How fucking cheesy is that?